Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Faces of Maryland Tourism, brought to you by the Maryland Tourism Coalition. I'm your host, Chris Reel, and today I am joined by Ben Dadourian, the operations manager from Yes Chef. And if you haven't heard of Yes Chef, this is a great new business based in Baltimore, customized prepared meals created by local chefs. It's like having a restaurant in your refrigerator. And I definitely want to hear more about what Yes Chef does from Ben. But I also want to hear about Ben's journey because it all really started for Ben way back in high school. So Ben, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So take us through that journey, if you would. Back in high school, there was an ARL program and you were interested in hotel restaurant management at that time?
Right. Yeah. So it was an academy where in the public school in Howard County, you could go from your school to this place to have a more centralized learning experience for something that's not offered at the school. So I went for hotel restaurant management. Both were something that interested me. So my journey kind of began as a cashier at a restaurant at a buffet, and then I began working at a hotel and did breakfast department there. Ran the operation, and while I was going to school as well, and my boss knew that I was there for not just for a paycheck, but to learn and to gain experience in the industry. So I began getting more responsibilities. There, I moved on to a restaurant at Camden Yards, and I was a supervisor. Quickly became promoted to assistant restaurant manager, and then promoted again to the catering manager for the stadium. So I was at Camden Yards for 4 years, and I loved it. I'm a huge O's fan myself. Love baseball. So honestly, it was more than a dream job. It was something I never even thought of doing, but I had a blast. Then I went on to another catering company for a little bit to get a different change of pace. Then I went to go back to sports service. So I went to M&T Bank Stadium, and where I was the catering operations manager there. And then COVID hit, so we got laid off. We got furloughed and then laid off after a while, unfortunately. And that kind of brought me to where I'm at now. So after a little while, started looking for a different change of pace. Just for my personal life, just wanted to find something which is not very common in this industry, but I was looking for something Monday to Friday with, I guess, quote unquote, normal hours. And so I reached back out to Jody, who I've known and kept in touch with over the years. And so, yeah, that's how I ended up with Yes Chef.
And Jody Rose was a mentor during that high school program that you mentioned, and you kept in touch over the years.
Exactly. Yeah. So I met Jody back when I was in high school, actually. Jody came from Howard Community College to this ARL program where I was doing hotel and restaurant management, and she was helping us with our capstone project for the year. I've been in contact with Jody pretty much nonstop. Being able to see her throughout all this, and she really has been like a mentor and just an amazing person, and now my employer. So it's been great.
Very cool. Yeah, I think obviously networking is important in any field, but I think even more so in tourism and hospitality. I hear so many stories from people who have worked in various places, who have worked with students, and then those students become employees, they become friends, they become partners. So that's a great example of the kind of thing we see in tourism and hospitality. But going back to high school, what was it about this industry that appealed to you at such an early age?
It's a good question. I do get asked that every once in a while. Honestly, the simple answer is I love food and I love people. And also I love to travel. This job has taken me to not a whole lot of traveling, but I have gone to different venues. I've been to different stadiums to assist within companies I've been with. I've been to convention centers, arenas. And so it is really fun. I do enjoy it. Sometimes you just get thrown in and it's not a whole lot of I guess organization, but sometimes that's what makes it fun, where you go from nothing to something. That's really what I love. Going from just a blank empty room to setting up a catering event and people leaving and creating that experience is what I really enjoy.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you also because you mentioned before about wanting to have sort of a regular hour type job, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And I think that oftentimes people in the tourism and hospitality industry think that might not be an option, but you're living proof that that's not necessarily the case. So can you tell us a little bit about what your day to day is like?
What I do is I'm in the kitchen for right now for good parts of the day, helping mostly with a little bit of prep, and then also mainly I'm doing a lot of the plating. So anybody who orders the chef, majority of the meals I'll be plating, but our whole team does plating as well together. So essentially just putting all the components together into the containers that you receive. And then when I'm in the office, I am putting together, taking all the invoices and putting together prep sheets for our team while we're down in the kitchen. So it kind of just be an easier, all cohesive, here's all the chickens that we need, all the salmons that we need, all the starch, all the veggies, just kind of breaking it down by components so that while we're in the kitchen, we're not flipping through a bunch of invoices. And a few other, odds and ends on the back end of, putting together spreadsheets, helping just to make things a little more efficient. But yeah, they've got a great thing going on here with the SCHEF.
What's the best part of your day?
I enjoy plating actually. It's fun being down in the kitchen. Majority of my background has been the management side of things. So the extent of my being in the kitchen is usually picking up food, picking up hot boxes, or dropping things off in the kitchen. So to be able to be in the kitchen and plate up, I enjoy it. It's kind of like expoing during the restaurant, but I enjoy it. I like being around food.
So, if there was someone who was considering a career in the hospitality and tourism industry now, what qualities, if you were hiring, what qualities would you be looking for someone to bring into this industry?
Sure. A lot of times, the first thing we look for is experience already in this industry. But for somebody who has zero experience, that's not a deal breaker. If it's for a head chef position, that might be. But if it's for, even a prep cook or a line cook, or really a lot of positions in hotels and restaurants, you don't need any experience, which is why this industry is so big because it can take anybody. Really, the biggest thing is, just are you going to show up and are you going to work while you're at work? And just doing those two, being on time and working and just trying to go the extra mile, where it's not just let me just do what I'm told and leave. It's do what I'm told, see if there's anything else that's needed, help people when you see that they're behind. That by itself will set you apart and really just put you way above anybody else who's might even already be in the industry for years. But work ethic, you can't really teach. So if you already come in and you have a good work ethic and you work hard, then the skills can be taught.
So, what's your favorite spot in Maryland? If you were having family maybe from another part of the country come and visit, or friends come to Maryland, where would you want to take them?
That's a good question. I mean, I love going to Camden Yards for a baseball game. There's nothing like it for me.
Good answer.
But otherwise, I mean, I also love being outdoors and hiking. So Great Falls, the Maryland side is my favorite hiking spot. Otherwise, I mean, just going to any park and, just looking for an easy way to hang out with family, picking one of the tons of parks around the area and just, having a picnic, a cookout. Really can't go wrong with that.
Excellent. Well, Ben, if people want to order from Yes Chef, what should they do?
Sure. So they can go to yes-chef.com. You order ahead of time. And so when you order, you can really choose. There's lots of different options. It comes to you already fully cooked and comes cold. And we deliver it. Our own Yes Chef staff delivers it. It doesn't go into the back of a truck or anything. So you're going to get it cold. It'll come fresh and ready to eat after you microwave it for a few minutes. But we have lots of options. You can even categorize it, your search by if you're looking for something keto, if you're looking for something under a certain amount of calories, the fit options, if you're looking for salmon, chicken, options, lots of things can be customized. So you really can't go wrong with anything there on our menu.
And what is the delivery area?
So right now we currently serve, we're in Baltimore. So we serve in Baltimore City, County, Howard County, Anne Arundel. I believe that's the extent of it for right now. So in those areas.
but still a new company, right? So growing.
Exactly. Yeah, we're growing, and we hope our radius of where we can deliver can grow as we continue to grow as well.
Well, and with you in charge of operations, Ben, I think the future looks very, very bright. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been great.